y'all, what's up? This is the world famous Lavina McCool, and this is an exciting episode of Memphis Love Butter, baby, TV show right here on Afrovibes TV. All right. And so I'm so glad that y'all tune in. We have an incredible show. When I say incredible, it's incredible because I got a real Arkansas company native, all that good stuff. Y'all know Memphis right next to Arkansas. We even got a West Memphis, Arkansas, right? Yes, baby. We have none other than an exciting company. She's representing an exciting company. Her name is Ranesha Critton, all right? And she is when I say a big, what they say, the children say, hefe, and a big dog. All right. She is an amazing corporate head over there at Tarsus.pro. All right. So y'all want to listen to everything this young lady has to say about her company. And then we're going to delve into some personal things. So welcome to Memphis Love Butter, Kenisha.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So tell us about what you do at, first of all, what is Tarsus?
Okay.
All right. .pro. And the other thing is, what do you do there?
So Tarsus is an outsourced accounting and CFO firm.
Mm-hmm.
We handle like full back office. So it might start with just bookkeeping, might go all the way up to CFO strategies. We are, fractional support to avoid people having to do costly full-time hires.
Mm-hmm.
We provide sustainable alternative. We have, over 160 employees. I'm director of client accounting, so help with a lot of the solution providing for accountants, for the clients, and then making sure that we have sufficient staff. Every engagement, like every client we bring on gets their own Tarsus team, and this is who's working on your stuff. So we make sure that we have the appropriate teams and tools to help our clients reach their goals.
Wow, that is amazing. So, how did you start off when we've talked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So were brought up in Arkansas. You said you were from Magnolia, Arkansas. Magnolia, Arkansas. And now you're speaking to the entire world right now. Everybody see you. Shout out to everybody in Magnolia. Speak to the people. Hi, Magnolia. How y'all doing? Yeah, and so and you went to school, college in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
Okay, the University of Arkansas. That's against the law to say that. Arkansas. But what is beautiful about what we're talking about and even how we got together, we're here for Afrotech.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Afrotech. And so that is, if you don't know about Afrotech, it's a big conference and it's sponsored by Blavidity.
Oh, Blavity.
Blavity, right? So, I'm from Memphis. I put extra words and, letters and things. But it's so amazing to bring, I told, what's his name? Jeff Nelson. Doing our media press talk. And I said, you brought so many brilliant Black people in one space. Thank you. All right. And I have one sitting right here. So, but how did you say, hey, I want to get into accounting? What led to that field?
Oh, I've always loved numbers. My parents will tell you I was, doing math from the time I could talk.
Wow.
So, always loved numbers.
Yeah.
Originally wanted to be a lawyer because, doctor, lawyer is what you're supposed to do growing up.
That's what get money. That's what get money legally.
That's what everybody told you.
Yeah.
I took an accounting class in high school and figured, okay, well, still be a lawyer, do business law. And then when I got to campus, I just asked them to turn me around and take me back to the accounting department. And I've been there ever since.
Wow, that is amazing. And so during your journey into different careers, like what position did you start off first, and then the position that you are now, and what just hit on like some lessons that you learned. Okay, one of those things.
So I'll say my very first, I was in the athletic department as an intern when I was at the University of Arkansas.
Wow.
And it was my first experience with how numbers can tell stories.
Yeah.
And that's when I confirmed, I won't say realized, that's when I confirmed that that's what I wanted to do long term. From there, I got another internship with ConocoPhillips that turned full time. I went from there, I worked in the waste industry, worked in, some manufacturing and sign companies and all of that.
Wow.
And then, a diverse background like that, consulting seemed like a natural next step. So, that's what I love about Tarsus, being able to help different clients get new problems all the time that we solve.
Absolutely. And so what I really appreciated just in hearing you is that, you can take the guesswork out of a lot of things from a business owner or I will say even a brand new, I guess, startup business as well. Just giving them um permission, I guess, in their mind to release that part of of running a business, the payroll, the HR I'm hearing, and tell us about some more things that you can release, relieve a new company, a big company, because I don't mean no harm. I saw your numbers. It's like over 500 million plus them dollars. That's numbers that don't lie. All right. So I saw that. And so how can you just some more things you can help relieve a company?
So that's what you probably saw was dollars that we manage, because we help companies with their budgeting, and then yes, so people come to us most of the time for scale.
Yes.
They want to scale. We have the back office. We can scale with them. So you'll see we've been with companies from the time they raise their first round or are raising their first round of funding. So we're Afrotech. We work with a lot of tech companies, a lot of government contractors, things like that. So from the time they raise their first round or get their first government contract up until, they exit, right? We had a couple of companies this year that, sold to another company,
and that's a good thing.
Yeah, sold to another because they get paid for it. So
that's a good thing. They not bankrupt. That's another thing. They merged.
Yeah, they sold or they raised, a large amount of money.
Yeah.
All those things, we help with that. We help with the due diligence. The time that a client comes in and says they're asking me all of these questions, we take it from there.
Wow. Wow, amazing. All right, so are y'all hiring? The staffs that left us. All right, I'm just being for real. I know we broadcast more than in America, but if you don't know that a lot of things have been cut out, especially DEI and stamps, and I mean any really outside help has been really limited. So that's what I say, like, either you're going to hire yourself or you're going to be hired. So what opportunities do y'all have for these brilliant people in my audience and people that will listen to this? What brilliant advice do you have about hiring and careers that y'all may be offering?
So for Tarsus specifically, we hire to need. So
Yes,
it's
of course.
Client growth. I get a lot of, we close contracts, then we need another senior accountant or we need another controller, those kinds of things. I would say if I were to give something for people's career in general, focus on your thing.
Yes.
Like, I'm really good at helping business owners understand what the numbers mean.
Yes.
And I've built a career on that. Yes. And so for other people, figure out what your thing is, cater your resume, let people know that's what you do, that's who you are, and you'll land where you're supposed to be.
What oh my goodness. I use AI every day.
Same.
Every single day I use AI. And guess what, y'all? And using AI, they telling me, Vito, we gotta pay some bills, baby. We gotta make sure them numbers right on that bottom line. So I'll be right back with y'all on Memphis Love Butter TV show right here on Afrovibes TV. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back. This is the world famous Lavita McCool. And of course, you're tuned in to Memphis Love Butter TV on Afro Vibes TV, baby. And if you don't know anything about Afro Vibes, shame on you, shame on you. You need to follow us everywhere. Make sure you're tuned in on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, as well as download the app. All right. And so you can listen to the radio, yes, Afro Vibes Radio, as well as TV. So you can see my beautiful face. Yes, look at the smile. Yes, so you can see that on your screen and listen to my voice. I know you like my Memphis accent. But we are back with Ranesha Critton right here on set. Do you see her? She's so cute. All right. And she is with Tarsus.pro. Okay. So why do I still say .pro? Because I have
Just the
y'all
website.
website in my mind. I have your.
We don't want the people to go to the wrong place. So
Yeah, we don't want the people.
we don't want the people at the wrong place. So we want them to land at Tarsus.pro. So
Yes.
and Tarsus.
Yes, you see that? I only understand advertising and marketing, and faith coming by what? Hearing. All right, so y'all go and check it out for more information. But I really want to talk about like what kind of companies, like what is your best client, ideal client, if you will.
I don't know if we have an ideal client per se. But I do think there are some clients that benefit more from what we do.
Okay.
I think the places with a heavy level of scrutiny. So we have a large division for government contracting, for example. It's very specialized, heavy compliance requirements, and we're able to meet those.
Okay.
And so there's that. Investor-backed companies is really big for us, hence us being at Afrotech. So these tech companies will build their app or build their tech and then go out and get an investor. That investor has requirements of them that they've never seen before. Right. This is going from a one-man show to an investor-backed company, or even if you were a 20-man shop, once you take on outside funding, and it may not even be an investor, it can be a big enough loan from a bank.
True.
They have reporting requirements. You now have to follow like actual GAAP accounting versus just using your bank account and checkbook. And so once those requirements come into place, then we have a full team of people to help implement it.
Yeah.
If you have to be audited, right, we make sure that they pass their audits and implement the right processes. We interact with the auditors on their behalf. So we take the first audit meeting, we provide the request, we work in tandem with the client to make sure that they get through their audit. Any findings, we put processes in place to make sure they don't happen again.
That's right.
So I would say companies who find themselves spending too much time on the accounting work.
Yes.
We're really good at streamlining that, and we're really good at taking it off their plate. We have our CEO will say, if you're a company making, under 50 million, really, if you're a company making under 50 million, there's no reason for you to have a full in-house accounting department. We can do it all at the right level. So think you hire a CFO.
Right.
But now, because you can't afford a full accounting department, that CFO has to do your payables, they have to do your invoicing, they have to do bookkeeping, and still be a CFO. And you're paying CFO dollars for AP work, whereas we can break it up. An AP person is going to do the AP work.
Right.
An AR person is going to do the AR work.
Right.
And so that's where we shine, because it could be the other way. You could hire a bookkeeper and be expecting CFO level insights, and you'll never get it.
And CFOs are always stuck in meetings. So that's the chief financial officer. That is for real. For those of you who don't know, all right? And I want Memphis Love Butter has always been about educating people on financial education and, thinking bigger and larger than just everybody wants this CEO title. That's just on paper, baby. If you want to be, you're a business owner, you want to be able to scale. You have to be more than it's just you doing everything. All right. And this is how you scale your ideas, your company. You grow your business through companies like what Miss Ranesha is talking about, who she represents and works for. Okay. And then the other thing we talked about before we went to commercial break was AI and the importance of AI in new candidates, as well as how you do your everyday, workflow
Yeah.
and everything. So let's talk about why is AI important, uh, for these new candidates. So I'll tell my own business. I know I look 25, baby, but I'm not. All right. I've lived through a whole lot of technology changes. I had a beeper. Some of y'all don't even know what that is. I had a VCR. I had DVD. I had cassette tapes,
And a boom box.
and a boom box. I had the original Care Bears, the original one, not these new ones. I had the OG original Care Bear. But I've learned that you have to evolve with technology and learning AI. I use it every day, whether it's Otter and taking meeting notes, on in an Opus and clipping, you know, um, videos, editing tools. I mean, on and on and on. I use AI for Galaxy.ai, like all of these things, Open Chat GPT, all of that. How do you use it? And why is it important for people to evolve in their career and what makes them valuable with knowing AI?
I would say it's efficiency.
Yeah.
Right. So we use a lot of different tools. We heavily use things like QuickBooks or Bill.com or, all these softwares, all these fintech softwares, and they're building AI into them. Right. So, the way that a bill gets scanned and automatically suggests the coding or,
Wow.
so it's, so that it's built in and it's happening whether you're getting on board, as people say, whether you're doing that or not, it's coming. Right.
Absolutely.
It's being integrated into every platform. And so it's an efficiency metric because now if you do it the manual way and we're using AI, then it takes you 2-3 times as long to do the same thing.
Right.
And you don't want to do that.
You don't.
So we use the add-ons within Microsoft. We use AI within most of our fintech platforms.
Yes.
We have our director of IT is consistently looking into and researching new tools. People call, he takes the meetings and goes through, always filtering out like this could be a benefit to the firm. Right. Yeah. So it's consistent, right? Our tools are going to keep upgrading. They're going to keep changing. And it's really beneficial if you do the same, right? Keep upskilling.
That is true. And you want to be a person that adds value.
You do.
All right. So you mentioned that before when you said I went through every kind of company. I worked for, oil and gas and all these different companies. Why? That makes you add value because you're a great consultant when you've done everything, so you'll know what's going on. So in everything that you do, you must add value to the company, to your job, to your family. I'm just being real. Some of y'all. Now I'm getting into for real mama mode. Now some of y'all like add value, know where you're at. So and that's for people that's in your life, and that's for you too. You must add value because you become irreplaceable when you add value and you get paid what you are worth. Okay. So that's my little 2 cents preaching. Okay. So you do all this, You're here in Houston from Little Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Little Rock. I mess with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do for fun? Just like as a uh, black girl magic is what I call it. What do you do for fun? What music do you listen to just to relax or to forget about work for a minute? Because you have a very demanding job. All right. Career. Mhm.
I would say my black girl magic hobby is probably travel.
Yes.
So if it's gonna be something, it's gonna be finding, somewhere I've never been, doing something I've never done, creating a new experience. That's my magic moments. Um, Music I like for I really love R&B. R&B head. But if I'm like chilling out, relaxing, it might be more like neo soul vibe, just like
Yes.
real chill.
Did your heart just die when D'Angelo died? Did you just lay in the floor? Oh my gosh. Rest in power, D'Angelo. Oh, okay, I'm back.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Everybody got to take a moment. Listen, I remember being at work, and I worked in fast food at the time. I remember being at work when it was when Gerald Levert passed, and I was like, y'all, I gotta go call my mama because I know same thing. She's somewhere laid on the floor.
They been holding on to me. Look, this is so funny because I was a diehard Michael Jackson fan. My best friend was diehard Prince. So when Michael Jackson passed,
Listen, they could have really just closed down. They could have closed down for a day. Everything
on the radio, I had to pull over. I'm crying, boo-hooing like my mama, my dad, and my whole family just been wiped out because Michael Jackson passed. Then I was a banker. Shout out Hope Credit Union. I was a banker at Hope Credit Union, a program officer. And I'm sitting at my desk, and the lady who's now over, she's the president of Hope Credit Union, was my branch manager, right? She hired. She said, "Oh, world famous." Oh, they always call me that. World famous. What you doing? I said, I ain't seeing no clients today. I'm watching Michael Jackson funeral. So I done pulled it up. I'm watching this funeral. I got my tissues. I'm like, I'm there on the front row. Girl, please stop playing. Okay, so we already know Neo Soul. So Erica Badu, what's my girl?
Jill
Scott, yes. And what's his name? Somebody else did. We said D'Angelo. I cannot. What's my guy? It's another Bilal. Yeah, he's good. He is good. Yeah. So R&B, Gerald Levert. So you like the old school, all that. So how do you feel about that sound coming back? That soul R&B, like country.
I appreciate it. I'm glad to see it.
I'm here for you. Here for it. So look, where can we find you on LinkedIn? Okay.
LinkedIn is probably the easiest.
Yes.
Ranesha Critton, you can find me there. If you want to reach out to Tarsus,
yes.
we have tarsus.pro.
Yes.
That's probably the easiest way. I respond to LinkedIn really quickly. So
okay, LinkedIn. Okay, fantastic. Well, you know where you can find me, and that is on LinkedIn. It's Lavita McCool. You can put in world famous as well, Lavita McCool, and they'll pop up, as well as follow me on all socials at World Famous Energy, baby, because everything I do is world famous. All right, and so I'm thankful that you tuned in to Memphis Love Butter. And you know what? You can find that everywhere too, even on Apple, Google, uh, all the podcasts, all the Spotify's, all the everything. You can follow Memphis Love Butter on there. All right. And then, of course, TV. All right. So I already told you where to go there. Afrovibes TV everywhere. All right. And I look forward to seeing y'all on another episode of Memphis Love Butter with the world famous Lavita McCool on Afrovibes TV. Peace. I love y'all.